4. So this is it. This is a new season. We've got new champions. So last season, Iggy won the title in GT, and Staffis won the P1 title. So we're just about to get ready. I will go over the grid very, very quickly. So yeah, everybody's going out for to make sure the ABS glitch, by the way, so don't worry about all these guys, they're just doing that as a precaution. So we'll cracking on. So I'll tell you the grid then. So in GT, on pole position, it was Iggy, followed by Manuel, followed by Mike, Florian, German Mike, Oscar, Steve, Joe, Chris and Lewis, and Jordan at the back of the grid, who's serving a free race quali ban. In P1, Callum Cripps got pole position ahead of Staffis, the reigning champion, Dan in 3rd and Mitch in 4th. So once everybody's done a lap or so to make sure the glitch is done, we'll get this going. So again, welcome to season 4 of UAL WEC. It should be a great season. Just delegated with the other admins telling me if they're ready or not, so I can get this race on the show. There's the Swiss Italian Emmanuel. Of course, I haven't got the stream up myself. I should check the comments. Who's joined me? I bet Kieran's there without even looking. Comments. Let's have a ganders. Yes, it is Matt. Yeah, so it's Matt. Yeah, it's just me tonight, Matt, by myself. So I'll rock on with this. I'm sure I can manage. Should be in for a good event. Just double check everybody's ready. I have made a boo-boo. Bear with me 1 minute. There we go. Right, I think everybody should be ready now. Hopefully everybody is ready. Just double check everybody's going on track. We do apologise by this. We're just making sure because of this the glitch, the ABS glitch is all. Alright, I think everybody's ready then, so let's get this show on the road. Round 1 here at Fuji Speedway. Let's double check the chat, just to make sure we get a green light. Now we're running a bit late, just waiting for admins to check, telling me. Alright, here we go then. So there is a formation lap. As I said, Callum is on pole position in P1, Iggy is on pole position in GT. And there's Mitch, there's Staffis, and there's Callum leading the field. And there's Dan in 3rd, Iggy, Manuel. We've got the keyboard tonight, so you get to see different various angles. So formation lap will be underway. 80 miles per hour, 130 kilometers for the Europeans and Australians and Kiwis. This should be a cracking race. And away we go. So Callum will lead him around then for the formation lap. I believe he'll be starting drivers right, if I remember, in the party. And same with Iggy. No, I won't be smashing the keyboard. I'm going to use control. I'm only going to do F12 so you can view that. That's the only time I'll be pressing the keyboard. Well, we've got the keyboard, it's there anyway. So there we go. So Staffis, reigning P1 champion, just beaten by last year's runner-up Callum Cripps. And there's Iggy in the throwback Grasser racing team from Daytona, and the mullet one's got Molecule on there. Looks pretty cool, that. Emmanuel, who showed great promise last season in the races that he did with us, he's back. He's in a Lamborghini this year. Michaels, the ever-improving Michaels in the Subaru. Florian, Mike in both Porsches for LRT. Oscar in the British Aston Martin Vantage V12. Stephen Pye just behind him in the Mercedes for Revs. Joe in the MWP R Aston Martin. Epic P, Mr. Chris Pease himself, he's also in Aston Martin. Lewis Scaife in a Porsche, and Jordan Davis rounding out and an Aston Martin. So here we go, we're coming into the final sector, where we should see lots of action. P1 grid's a bit bare, but it should be better for round 2, we hope. But GT field is packed, so there'll be lots of racing in GT, I imagine. Should be good. Drivers have been told there'll be separate starts effectively for P1 and GT. So P1 will start first. Callum will call the green flag at the red line at the second Panasonic bridge here at Fuji, so the official start line. He'll call green there, and same with Iggy, who will drop back a bit, like so. So here we go then. GTs and P1s coming into the final. Well, P1s coming into the final corners. GTs not far behind. And they start lining up now. Staffis alongside Callum, Dan just behind Callum, and then Mitch alongside Dan. Here's Mitch, there's Dan. All in different car liveries there, and they're coming down this long straight here at Fuji. GT's just in the background, and we will be racing in 3, 2, 1, and they are racing. GT's next up, and it's a good start from Callum. Staffis goes into second quickly. They'll just, we'll come back to them. Oh, this is sliding about, and GTs are underway. Into turn 1 they go. Hopefully no major incidents to be found here. Nope, everybody's clean. Oh, bit of door rubbing there between the two Aston Martins. Flooring just on the grass a little bit. Callum keeps his lead then. Staffis keeps second. Dan keeps third. Mitch is all over him though in fourth. As they press on into the hairpin they go. Will Mitch go for a move? Oh, he was thinking about it, just couldn't get there just in time. Iggy keeps his lead. Mike jumped into second ahead of Manuel in the Lamborghini. Oscar's moved up a few places as well. Packed out GT grid here for WEC Season 4. Into the hairpin they go. Jordan's made up a few spots already. Chris P is defending from Lewis Scaife. Can Lewis go around the outside? Oh, MK Bomb. What happened to Mike? Let's have a look. Oh, we just missed it. I think he might have gone and spun at the hairpin. Oh, he went. Oh, he reset. Oh dear, poor Mike. It's not what you want to happen. So he's got a lot of work to do. Not far behind the pack. Sure, he'll catch up. Very quick driver. Mike is from Germany. Now Carlo got past Mike again, so Carlo's back into second. Meanwhile, in P1 it's still the same as they qualified. Mitch in fourth, Dan third, Staffis is second, and Callum's still leading away. Callum's pulled out 2.7 seconds ahead of Staffis. 2.4 now. And Dan and Mitch having a good battle here. He also pulling out. It's a Lamborghini, Subaru at the minute. And Aston Martin is going to take third. Yes, Oscar down the other side of Michael Earls. Good move that. Oh, but Mike's fighting back. Oscar gets a bit of a squeeze. Oh, Oscar cut it across. That's a bit naughty. Good fighting though. up and down the field so far. Manuel making his way down the long straight. Still no change in P1. Mike now catching Chris Pease at the back of the field after he got reset at the hairpin. With the slipstream now. It's a Porsche sandwich for the Aston Martin and Chris Pease. Rebs and WPR there. There is Epic P, that's right on board with him in the slipstream. As he chased down Lewis, there's Mike right behind catching the Porsche. It's Porsche. Oh, Chris is going for the move. Can he get it? There's a bit of contact at the rears. I think he nicely done, but Lewis has got good overdrive. Stephen Pine went a bit wide. Lewis is really squeezing him. Oh, Lewis. Bit naughty there. Chris on the steers. So does Lewis. Look at Mike. Mike's giving him a bump. And Lewis is off the track. Oh my grass creek. Went a bit wide and steered off. But covered it up, and there goes MK on the inside of Chris. Chris Pease flashing his lights there. Stephen Pye by himself, it looks like. Yep. Flooring just ahead though at 2.2 seconds. Jordan's made his way up from the back of the grid. He's done a good job so far. Keeping his head down in the PMI Insurance Rebs MWPR entry with GTSport on the rear wing. And there's Joe just ahead in the MWPR entry Aston Martin. Sorry about that, just having a drink there. Mike's still holding on to 4th. Oscar into 3rd now, so that's him buckling down into 3rd. Can he catch Emmanuel, who's a good chunk ahead of him? But Iggy is pulling out even more now, 2.8 ahead of Emmanuel. Meanwhile, back in P1, it's still the same. Mitch is all over Dan though. And you get the feeling Mitch could go a lot faster in a minute. And Dan's on the hard tyres, funnily enough, so he's doing a good job holding medium tyres shot back there. It's end of lap 7, they can pit, they get off those tyres, minimum of 6 laps on 3 compounds there for the softs, mediums and the hards. So Dan's doing very well at the minute to hold on to that. Everybody is on mediums apart from Dan, so that's a good shout from Dan, very good shout. Get on them, get them off as early as you can. Everybody else in P1 is on mediums. Car's pace is really good at the minute. Meanwhile, GT, Iggy's on the soft tyres, Emmanuel's on the soft tyres, Oscar's on the medium, Mike is on the hard tyres, Jordan's on the medium, Joe on hard, Florian on hard, Stephen on hard. Oh, there's contact between Mike and Stephen. That was a bit naughty, rough and tumble. Let's have a look at, here's the replay. So where does Mike lunge? Does he go for it, or does Stephen just go? Stephen outbrakes himself. Oh, a bit of lag there as well. That was an interesting bit of lag on the stream. So Stephen is on, and there's the first lap. There you go. Callum's now lapped Stephen. So Stephen's on the hard tyres, Chris Pease on the hard tyres, and Lewis Scaife on the hard tyres. So Callum Chris into the traffic now on lap 6. So I didn't take long. And Staffis is 4.7 behind. Dan is 5.3, and Mitch is still not past Dan. That's impressive from Daniel on hard tyres. There's Mitch looking back. Look at the exhausts there on the Bentley. Looking back from the Aston Martin powered chassis there of Mitch Oakley's Molecular Racing team. Oh, and the steer there. They've been warned about that, not to go directly over that green line. Oh, look how Mitch is able to close in on the grip. I think Mitch is on the inside. Yes, he is. There you go. Thank you very much, says Mitch. Takes that position. Here's a quick replay of it. Dan had traffic, to be fair, so I'll kind of put him off, I bet. It was Chris Pease. Yeah, Dan had nowhere to go. Can't blame anybody there. That's just the way it is. Good move there from Mitch Shokley. So now Iggy's freed and pursuing Stafford, but Danny's right with him in the hard tyres. And about to lap MK Bourne, who closes the door. Ooh, that was close. There's good racing. Danny's now fighting Mitch. Those hard tyres are doing a good job, and Callum Cripps is in the pits. That's early. But that is 6 laps, so that is allowed. He's on the hard tyres, and Mitch is in. So what does Mitch go on to? Does he go on to hard tyres, or does he go on to the softs? Onto the hard tyres as well. And Callum was able to stay ahead of Dan in that. And Daniel laps Jordan there. So Staffis now into the lead, but not far ahead of Callum. And Callum's made the pit stop already. It runs a bit deep there. Callum's thereabouts though on the hard tyres. Hard tyres doing a good job at the minute. Meanwhile, Iggy's still leading comfortably in the minute from Emmanuel. They're about to be lapped from Stafford, so looks of it. Oscar being lapped by Dan. Dan trying to find a way on the inside. There we go. Oscar not giving him much room. I don't know what Oscar's doing there, but he is entitled to stay on the racing line though. But surely would have got their heads up there. Mike's still 4th there. Jordan 5th. In 6th is Joe. 7th is Florian. 8th is now MK. 9th in class is Stephen. 10th. And 10th is Chris Pease, who just did a wheelie. Oh, because Chris is lagging. That's not good. Well, he's in 11th. And then 12th in class is Lewis Scaife. Michael's in the pits. What's he on? Medium tyres. What does Florian go on to? Stevens in the pits as well. Fuel on board. Lots of stops now. Medium tyres there. Medium tyres. Soft tyres. Chris Peace in the pits. Stephen can get past here. Oh, don't go into the rear of the Porsche, Stephen. He just about avoids it. On the power from the big V8 from the Mercedes. Lewis Scaife onto softs. Chris Peace onto mediums there. So the only people who haven't pitted in GT are Joe, Jordan, Oscar, Emmanuel and Iggy. I don't think Stafford's pitted yet. Nope, Stafford's not pitted yet. So everybody apart from 5 people haven't pitted so far. Remember, 6 laps is the minimum required time on each set of compound. 3 on offer, soft, medium and hard. And they've all got to run it at some point. Iggy leading the way then. He's in overall P5, but in class he's P1. Emmanuel is keeping him honest though. In fact, if anything, Emmanuel brought down the gap this time around as Dan blast past. Dan doing a good job though in the minute. Doing a very good job actually. Holding on to that 3rd place. Hard's not wearing it as quickly as the mediums. Oscar into the pits then. Will he go into hards himself, or will he go into the sauce? Michaels will go past, just... Oh, maybe not. No, I think Oscar will keep it. And it's Joe versus Mike. These two have had right ding-dongs in GTC. Now it's in WEC as well. Joe a bit deep, Mike on the inside. Gets the power down, but he can't get there quite. Good acceleration there from Joe on the hard tyres. And there's Oscar just in front, who is on hard tyres himself. John Davis into 3rd place, but he still owes us a stop. Well, he's on the medium tyres, so wherever he wants to stay on those tyres, maybe he feels comfortable, probably. Oh, Mitch trying to overtake his team boss, Iggy there. A bit of a late move, but all safe and square there. onto the main straight they go now. Into 4th, into 5th, 140 miles per hour in the Lamborghini. It's right on board. Into 6th gear, 155. 160 miles per hour. It doesn't pit, needed Carlo. Into the heavy braking zone, we brake now, come down a gear. Into 1st gear. Hook the apex, back on the power into 2nd, 3rd. Into 4th. To 5th, down 2 gears back to 3rd. Good race, good clean driving there from Iggy. Meanwhile, Staff is still yet to pit. And he's built up that gap. As Callum's on hard tyre, so he's on the slower compound at the minute. So that'll be interesting. Jonas still stays out then, so he is still in 3rd place. Has a healthy 3.2 lead over Mike, who has passed Oscar and now Joe. So the Subaru doing well at the minute. Quite competitive. Holding its own. There's Jordan just ahead, so he's not exactly miles away. I think Mike can reel him in pretty quickly. Staff is finally into the pits onto soft tyres. So Staffis will now hunt down Callum pretty quickly, I reckon, on those soft tyres, but they will wear out much faster than those hard tyres. There's Callum, he's got to cut to traffic. Chris Pease and Lewis Skate from looks of it, yep. Away they go, into the hairpin. Lewis Skate just behind. And there's Callum on the inside. Ooh, that was close, but got it stopped just in time. And the power down around the outside, nicely done. With Scaife chasing. Oh, Scafey with a slide! Woohoo! Hold on, Cowboy. There's Staffis, who really is catching Callum. Got quite rear nuts actually. Onto the main straight once again, with 1 hour and 11 minutes to go. This could be an interesting race. Under braking, there's the hybrid regen. He is catching Callum, but not as quickly as I thought he would. With traffic playing its part though. Fastest first sector then there for Staffis. Dan's still holding his own in those hard tyres ahead of Mitch, doing very well. Mitch strapping back a bit, if anything. Iggy's still not pitting, Manuel's still not pitting. In fact, Manuel's got better tyre wear than Iggy. That is very interesting. And actually more fuel. So second place, Emmanuel looking very competitive at the minute. Better tyres, better fuel than the other Lamborghini ahead. Could bode well for the Swiss Italian. Into a fast left hand corner, clip the bollard. Nicely done. Nice livery that by Stephen Pye, who is racing. There's Stephen, there he is, in the Monster Energy Mercedes, who's about to be lapped. And Staffis takes the lead. Staffis into the lead then. There we go. Let's have a look. Down straight. Yep. Not going to fight that one very hard. Callum, long race, lots of laps to go ahead. And Callum got back ahead. Oh, what happened to Staffis there? Let's have a look at that. Here's the replay. I wonder if he's gone wide at turn 1. So down the straight they go. Into the braking zone. Do they pass? Not quite. Doesn't get quite past Stephen Pye. Oh, he got a wiggle on. Did he get a wiggle on? He did. Oh, he went to the other side of Stephen and Callum. That's a very Ricardo's onto Mika Michael Schumacher move that. Caught in traffic and they're fighting once again, these two. Staffis has got to make the move now. He's got to disappear while he's got those tyres on before Callum switches to the soft tyres. If anything, Callum's being hauled up. If I was Callum, I'd probably get in the box, get onto those tyres. No, he's going to stay out. No, he is pitted. Yep, that's probably a wise move. So, does he go onto soft tyres? That is the question. I think he probably will do. Takes on some fuel. Dan goes second. And he goes on soft tyres just as I thought. Oh no, Dan doesn't go in second. Well, he's right behind Cam, but he's on the hard tyres, so I reckon Cam will probably just sprint away here. Yep, does. Oh, in fact, no, Dan's coming back. Dan's going for the move. No, he can't quite do it on the hard tyres. The grip advantage there, and Mitch is in the pits. Onto soft tyres he goes. Now Dan's got a pit. Dan doesn't need to get caught out here. Oh, Stephen Pye! Oh, does he hold it? I think he held it. I think he did. Well held, Stephen. Well held. So look at that on the replay. That's the. I don't want the long replay. What's it doing here? Here we go. There it is. Look at well held, Stephen. Well held. Nicely done. There's Joe, who's just behind Oscar. Oscar being lapped again by Dan. And Jordan now keeping up with Mike. Good effort this from Jordan Davis, who's still on those medium tyres. And Stafford's in the pits. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. I think he's going to out ahead of Cal. Yeah, he is by some margin. Wow. Woohoo! 6.5 seconds. Wow, that's a big gap. And Dan doesn't pit. I think that might not be. Ooh, I don't know. So Iggy pitted. So Iggy's now back onto Sauce, and Emmanuel is still on Sauce. So I reckon Iggy will go back ahead then. It's a good opening stint this for Manuel for the Revs entry. Lamborghini's proving to be very competitive. If you're watching the stream, you got any questions, fire them away. I'll happy to answer them on the stream. It's just me tonight, so you know, keep me company, boys and girls. As Mike exits the pits, he goes onto the soft tyres after that little incident at the chicane. Don't know what happened there. Got reset. Ooh, a bit of lag. A lot of lag. Ooh, that's nasty. That drops him back down to the last overall then. Waste says, come on, Jord. Yeah, I think Jord's doing a great effort. Yeah, team boss is impressing. He's definitely done a great opening stint. Though I think he's dropping back a bit now, so if I was Jordan, I'd get into the pit, put some fresh boots on. GTSport gonna do good. Well, he's under the MWPR Revs banner here. You'll be in GTSport race when you do eventually race with us, if the reserve gets the pot. And Jordan will stay out another lap. Dan's in the pits though. I reckon this could be critical. I think he'll keep third. I think he will keep third. Yeah, he will, by some considerable distance. And he goes onto the medium tyres. Clever tactics from Daniel. That's very clever. Let's see if I just wish we were bigger lovers. I agree with you, Wace. I really do wish GTSport cars would increase at least to 20. 22 would be perfect for this, but you know, we sadly dealt with the cars we're given, and these are the cars we are given. But anyway, let's quickly run down this field. So Staffis in the lead, followed by Callum Cripps, followed by Daniel Roberts, Mitch Oakley fourth, and then fifth overall and first in class is Emmanuel, followed by Iggy, followed by Mike, followed by Jordan, followed by Oscar, Joe, Stephen, who's now all over the rear end of Joe, funny enough, Florian just behind them, Chris Pease, Lewis Scaife, and there's Mike. In fact, now Mike now into that place, and then Lewis at the back of the grid. Danny's almost stayed out too long because he's been working with them. I think Dan's done a great. I think Dan's really fat Manuel now in the pits. Dan's done a great job. He's held on to it. In fact, he's gapped Mitch by 10.7 seconds. I mean, that's incredible. I don't know if Mitch is struggling. If those hard tyres may have cost him a little bit, but that's an incredible gap. So Iggy retakes the lead then by 9 seconds now ahead of Emmanuel. He's second place, but I reckon Iggy will always stop pretty soonish. Not quite yet. Jordan now in the pits. I believe this is Jordan's first stop. Fresh tyres on, fuel going in. Glad I'm not racing MPGs, I'll try for me. I've had a lot of mixed reviews about Fuji from certain drivers. Jordan now onto the hard tyres. Fuji, I like Fuji, but I can understand why people wouldn't like Fuji. It's a bit of a stop-start track in some places, anyway, so I can agree with that. Yeah, variety of tyres, yeah, new for this season. We've welcomed back the hard tyre. That's the first time it's been used since season 1. 2 and 3 it was not used, so it's back for this season. So like I said, all drivers have got to use the hard, the medium and the soft tyre. Minimum required time is 6 laps on each set. And so far so good. It's produced some good racing so far, some good strategies happening up and down the field in both classes. And Stephen got past Joe. That's interesting, but Joe is on the hard. Yeah, Joe's on the hard tyres, so Stephen's on the softs. So I'm not surprised there. Stephen's doing a good job. Iggy in the pits then. So I was sort of right. Was kind of soonish. Didn't expect it to be that soon though. Carlo's not going to get the lead though. And he's on the medium. Both on the medium tyres. And Mitch just lapped Carlo. Not Carlo. Emmanuel, sorry. There's Scout, there's first, just think he's just going past us. There's Mitch in 4th overall in the P1, and there's second in GT, sorry, and 6th overall is Emmanuel. And Mike L's in the pits, onto the soft tyres on the Subaru WRX. That boxer engine snorting out the pit lane there. Just over an hour to go here at round 1 at Fuji. It's just me tonight. Hopefully we might have another commentator for next week. We hope. Not next week. A couple of weeks from now. Excuse me. No, don't worry. I haven't got it. Tickly cough. Sorry. So here we go. We're back to the racing there. So Stafford's in the lead, but he is being catched by Callum, who's going to lap MK. Oh, hold on the brakes. Staffis is on them hard tyres, and there's a soft tyre shot. Aston Martin chassis, Molecule Racing, fastest first sector for Callum. He is catching. He is catching very quickly down the inside, not quite. So right on board with Callum, and there's Staffis just ahead. Whether Staffis will fight this very hard, I don't think he will, being on hard tyres. I think he might wait until the straight here, Callum. Get the slipstream. Both all-wheel drive cars, hybrid. Oh, Callum's going to look the inside. Oh, that's very close. Oh. Staffis defending like his life depends on it. Callum on the inside. Oh, Staffis just cuts him off. Good racing though, this. Staffis goes wide. Callum on the inside. Oh, there's contact. Didn't look like it was anything malevolent there. Let's have a look at that. It all started from around here, so here we go into the final corner. Callum on the switchback on the inside. Bit of a tap. I think that's more than enough though. And away they go again. And Staffis fights back on the outside on those hard tyres. He's really going for it, but Callum with the better grip keeps the lead for now. Staffis on the inside. He's not going to think about it, is he? And there's contact! And there's more contact! That's a bit naughty for Staffis. He should have requited. I don't think he was probably alongside. But should have probably backed out of that. But Callum retakes the lead. That'll be looked at probably end of the race. wonder what there'll be a lot of question marks in the party about from the two drivers there. But anyway, they carry on, and away they go once again. See you soon, Waste, by the way. Enjoy your house party. So Dan is still a solid third place. He's not doing bad. He's 18 seconds behind though from Staffis, and there's Mitch. Mitch is really struggling tonight. But he is not feeling very well tonight. So, you know, get better soon, Mitch, when you watch this back. So there goes Dan. So back in GT then, Iggy's still leading the way. Carlo keep going, Carlo. Emmanuel's still second. Third is Mike Earls. I can't get my words out now. Fourth is Stephen Pye. He's made a great work up there after that little moment he had. Well held, by the way, Stephen, when you do watch this back. Oscar just behind him. Florian, Jordan, Joe, Mike, Chris and Lewis. They're all still going at it. There is Lewis Scaife. Time remaining 58 minutes. Callum is really pushing the limits now. He's trying to pull away as quickly as he can while those tyres are still fresh. But Staffis is still on the tail. He's still there. He's doing a good job keeping that other car ahead of him just on it. Very honest. And good evening to the 5 viewers who are watching this. So thank you for joining us. I appreciate it. You know, sorry if the commentary gets a bit meh. It's just me tonight. I'll do my best trying to soldier on in these stranger times we're living in. But here we are then. Down the front straight and away onto another lap. Lap 23 now for Staffis. Lap 20 for Iggy. So 3 lap difference there between the P1s and the GTs. I think Iggy's gonna have to pit soon, very soon. And look how much more fuel Emmanuel is able to save. It's incredible. He did this in last season towards the end. He was much more fuel efficient than the Russian. He is Russian, by the way. He just lives in Austria, so he's got an Austrian account. Before people get confused. So Emmanuel's doing a fantastic job in that Lamborghini. I think the Lambo's really competitive this season. There he is. Into the hairpin he goes. Turns in. Feathers the throttle. And away he goes again. I wonder if he's in mix 2 or 3 maybe. Trying to save the fuel as much as he can. While Iggy, I reckon, is probably just on max attack. 7.4 ahead. Not doing a bad job. Mike Earls will have to pit this lap. From the looks of it, and he's on the soft tyres. Mike's doing a great job. He's had a really good turn of pace recently. He's been done a cracking job. And him and the Subaru, he gels. Subaru's his favourite brand. He absolutely loves the Subaru, and he's gelled well with this one. Currently sitting third. Dan just behind there, about to lap him, who's also in third place in P1 in the Bentley MWP 24 chassis. That livery done by Joseph Bramble. Speaking of Joe, there's Joe. And Jordan got ahead of Joe. But Joe did pit recently, looks like, so did Jordan. So Staffis in the pits then. He's done the 6 laps required. In fuel point in. And it's back onto the softs. Dan's not far behind. There's Dan. Look at Dan. Dan is not far behind, but remember he's got to pit again from the looks of it. He's not gone on the softs yet. Callum's trying to make his escape. There goes Callum. About to lap his other teammate, Iggy. And Iggy laps Lewis, and Lewis has gone off. Oh, well held, Lou. Looks like we just missed that then. But you saw her on the street. Well held, Lewis. Didn't manage to spin it. So Staffis now on the attack. Callum Critz for the fastest lap, 1:23.950. He's now trying to put the hammer down, but I reckon Staffis will respond. And I'm very impressed with Daniel in a minute. He's doing a very solid job. And I mean, he's pulled away from Mitch, who's really struggling from the looks of it. Can't believe Mitch is that far behind after 24 laps. Callum stays out there. Into the braking zone he goes. To turn 1. Into 4th gear now. There goes the hybrid being deployed. And Dan stays out once more. Iggy will probably pit this lap. But he's not pulled out more. In fact, if anything, Emmanuel is catching him. 6.7 now, the gap. 6.8, so it's gone up a little bit. So these two are about even Stevens. Staff is about to lap Emmanuel. Oscar into 3rd place now for MRT. So MRT 1st and 3rd in GT and 1st overall in P1 as well. Fast, that's Oscar's personal fastest lap there. And Steven into the pits. Fresh tyres will go on. I believe he was on soft, so this could be hard, I reckon. Fuel going in, long wait. This must be frustrating for a driver. Now it feels it wasn't. Oh, right, it was mediums, and he's got just under half a tank. There's John just behind. He's trying to go around the outside. Oh, John's got slide on hard tyres. Not quite. We're doing a good job though. And I think Mike's on the inside of Joe. Yep. Softs versus mediums. Oh, Joe a bit squirrely on the power on that AstroTurf. Very slippery, that AstroTurf. So Michael's also pitted. He's on medium tyres once more, and he's got a full tank of fuel. So this looks like it's going to be a long, very long stint for Mike. Whilst the others ahead of him will pit. Oscar definitely will pit this lap, and the Iggy is in. Just fuel. He's gone for hard tyres. Only a short stop that time. Manuel still looking really good on those tyres and fuel. I think Iggy might have competition here. Mitch back to lap his team boss. Yep, there you go. Around the outside. Oscar stays out. Ooh. He'll be on mix 3 maybe, probably then trying to suck that fuel. Floyd will stay out a bit longer though. But Mike is on a long stint, very long stint. Look at that, nearly pretty much 90% fuel tank there. Steven's not really gapped Jordan that much, but they are on the slower tyres, these two. Mediums and medium hard. And Mike just going onto the straight. Looks like he struggled a bit since he got that reset moment back in lap 1, well, effectively lap 1 of the race. That's been reset. Joe struggling as well from the looks of it. Chris P's doing a solid job. Just glad he's not disconnected yet. Touch wood. And Louis Scaife having an eventful race so far, but he has kept Chris P's honest. So at least they've got a race buddy there. Stafford has brought down that gap, and he goes fastest, 123.8. Callum held up in traffic, and the tyre wear on the Porsche, on the Aston Martin, sorry, is getting worse at the front especially. So when will he pit? 50 minutes to go in this round here in Fuji, and Emmanuel in the pits. That surprised me. I thought he would stay out a bit longer than that. Takes on a bit of fuel, and he's on the hard tyres. Interesting. Following the same strategy as Iggy. That little bit of fuel Emmanuel saved, I reckon, could come into play at the end of the race. I think he's looking very peachy at the minute, or as Iggy and Jordan say, Gucci. Oscar's still not pitted. He's going to run out of fuel if he's not careful. Brake discs are glowing there on the Aston Martin Vantage. Into turn 2. Oh, clips the ball. A bit of grass on the exit as well. Surprisingly, Florian's not catched up. He's on soft tyres. I wonder if they peaked. Mark's on the medium tyres. Looks like he's got this long stint. Oh, he's a bit wide. Very wide. Oh, keep it on the black stuff there, Mike. Let's follow Oscar. Oscar's really low. He'll be on fumes, I imagine now. 49 minutes then, left of the event. Oscar's about to be lapped. Who was it by? Looks like Callum. Yeah, Callum and his teammate MRT, lapping MRT then. Callum on the inside. Nicely done. Oscar sees him. Oscar surely will dive into the pits this time. Oh, we've got 7 people watching the stream. Welcome. Yep, Oscar into the pits. That's... Yep, there you go, into the pits. With 1% of fuel remaining. Wow, Oscar, wow. Mike will go back ahead. Florian's gone up a place into 3rd then, but he will always stop. I reckon Mike will be the overall net 3rd once this is done. Hello, Usman, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Dan in the pits. So, I wonder if he'll go on soft tyres. He's not used them yet. It's going to be a long start for Dan. Still holding. There's Mitch. It's back on medium tyres for Dan. And Mitch back it. Mitch goes into 3rd place. Who's on the soft tyres? Mike into the pits as well. Oscar did pit, or did Oscar go on? Oscar's on the soft tyres. Oh, he's gone up to Jordan. Jordan just ahead. Jordan out wide. Held it. Oh, the Dyson. Yeah. Those hard tyres are no match for the soft tyres. Around the outside, Oscar went there. Nicely done. So Callum will go down the grid once more then. Overall, 1st place, Callum Cripps. 2nd place, Stathis. 3rd place, Mitch Oakley. 4th place, Daniel Roberts. 5th overall, 1st in class, Iggy in the Lamborghini, followed by another Lamborghini, Manuel, the Swiss Italian driver, doing an excellent job at the minute. In 3rd overall in class. The 7th overall is Florian. 4th, I'm doing a wheel spin there at the final corner, is Michaels in the Subaru. Followed by Stephen, who's not far behind actually. That's going to be a good battle to watch. Oscar next, then Jordan, then Joe, Mike, Chris Pease, and Lewis Scaife, who now has been dropped by Chris. Sorry. I'm surprised at Mike. Mike's struggling this event. Looks of it. Let's ride on board with the German for a bit. Hold on to the brakes then. There's Mike into tier 1. So there's Joe, Jordan, Oscar, Stephen, Mike, Florian, Emmanuel, and there's Iggy, who isn't really pulling away from. In fact, Emmanuel's catching it again, so that's interesting. And Iggy just let Chris Pease then in class. So Dan's still 4th. Mitch 3rd, Staff is still 2nd, Kelgrit's still leading the way in a minute. But the tyre wear and the Porsche Aston Martin, sorry, getting a bit wear out there. The front, especially the fronts. Please. Especially the front left, wow. Some mega wear and tear. And again on that one as well, same MRT car. Dan's right with Mitch, only 6 steps back. Into the braking zone they go. Not quite for Dan. But he is catching. This battle's about to get heat up, I reckon. Into the hairpin they go. You see the The position lights there. Third place for Mitch. Second, and then for Staffis, first there for Callum. I can smell the fumes from the Aston Martin. He's right there into the final corner they go. Has he got enough hybrids out? Well, he's in the slipstream, so will Mitch defend? Here we go, here comes Dan. It's going to be, yeah, he's not going to defend this hard. Dan goes into third again. On the brakes. Mitch looks for the cutback. Not quite. Looks like those soft tyres are going off. Dan is still the only person in P1 to use the soft compound so far. That is interesting. I wonder what the plan is there for Dan. And in comes Callum then into the pits. He'll come on for fresh tyres. I reckon Staffis will retake the lead. Question is, what tyres does Callum Cripps go onto? I reckon he'll probably go onto the medium. He'll definitely want to go not back onto the soft, onto the hard, sorry. Oh, he's going back on the softs. Oh, interesting. In fact, he regained the lead. Oh, fuck, no! Staffis had to go out very wide then to avoid. In fact, I think that spooked Staffis a bit. And Staffis holds on to the lead. Iggy's in the pits. Oh, just watch this a minute. Callum around the outside, maybe. Staffis, there's contact. Oh, there's contact. There's big contact. Oh, what has happened there? That is. Let's have a look at the replay for that. That's pretty bad. I don't know what really happened there. Let's look at look how the replay's acted up a bit. 2.5, 1 a dozen. Neither wanted to back out of that. That'll be something to look over for the stewards later on in the race. But Stafford's got away with it more than Callum did. Callum ended up going backwards. I imagine there'll be quite a few stern words in the party that the drivers are in. Callum just needs to knuckle down and focus. Meanwhile, Iggy goes back onto soft tyres, so Emmanuel retakes the lead, but he will definitely now owes a pit stop, judging from the fuel. Maybe he'll pit this lap, maybe the following lap, but he won't leave it too long because Iggy will get an advantage. He'll build it up very quickly. There's Iggy, there he is, 21 seconds back. Staffis in the pits, so Callum will retake the lead. Staffis just filling out just enough, just over half there. And fresh tyres. I can imagine Callum's going to be really annoyed. Let's see if he'll pick it up on the replay. No, it's not going to pick it up on the replay, so we missed that. But we saw on the live stream, if you want to pause and rewind it, have a look again, you'll see it. Callum right in the curbs there. That's not good for the suspension. Yep, Carl in the pits, just as I thought. Fuel will go in. Now the question is, where will Iggy retake the lead? I reckon he will, quite comfortably. Emmanuel still holding station. Emmanuel still holding station. He's out of the pits. In fact, Emmanuel goes into the lead. Emmanuel into the lead. What a great stop. What a great undercut that is. But Iggy has fuel to the end. So Emmanuel will need to pit. So it kind of counterbalances what he's done, but he has taken the lead. So there is a new leader in GT. It is the Swiss Italian Emmanuel. Good stuff there. But Iggy with the long run there, he'll be well, pretty much good to go. Probably gonna have to do one more stop, I reckon. Cracky stuff. So Florian keeps on to third. Meanwhile, Mike pitted again. Onto the soft tyres he goes. Stephen just there. Oscar back up into fourth in class. Third in class is Florian. Having a quiet race as the friendly German. And the GT 911 RSR for ILRT. minding his own business, cracking on with the job at hand. Into the hairpin he goes. Tight delivery that. I presume Mike did that, his teammate, the other German in the team. But Oscar is catching, it's not that far behind, 5.3. And he is 7.6 ahead of Mike, who's just been lapped by Staffis. Subaru doing a quite good job actually. I've been quite surprised, pleasantly surprised by the Subaru so far. Stephen and Jordan is catching, but he's got a bit more tyre wear than the fresh shod Mercedes. Michelin tyres going against Bridgestone, I think it is. Yes, it is Bridgestone. And Florey's in the pits. So I reckon they'll probably be more softs, I reckon. Fuel going in, will he do a long stop? Fill up to the end maybe? Not quite to the end, but he does ish, yeah, not far away. Back on softs just as I thought. Mike retakes 4th overall then. Oscar will, actually Oscar's got more fuel, but Oscar tyre wear as the Subaru just ahead behind him. But Mikey's on that long run, remember, he did a full tank of fuel. Meanwhile, Callum's still in the lead then, 8.4. So it's going to get heated up, I reckon. I think it was lap 32 where they came to blows, the pair of them. So shall we send that to the steward, the independent steward for the season? I mean, Callum still leads, but I'm sure he'll feel a bit aggravated, and I'm sure Stafford will feel like it was his corner, but we'll see. So Daniel still holds on to a solid 3rd in the minute, but Mitch pitted for fresh tyres, so he's on soft tyres again. Dan's still yet to use soft tyres. Amazing run from Dan. Callum on the fastest lap of 23 dead, so that's interesting. Mitchy is catching now, but Mitch is in traffic, so he'll be just held up a little bit there. There he is, there's Mitchell right on board. He's going back to the lap. I think that could be Florian ahead of us. Yes, it is. 190 miles per hour, deep on the brakes. Yep, not gonna quite. But Florian sees him just about. Oh, Mitch got a bit of squirrel on there. 5 Dan's pulled away. 8 seconds now. The stuff is. So Lewis still in last. Chris just ahead, 2 seconds. Mike now pulling away, who's now catching Joe. I think Joe's had a very quiet race. Probably all to look forward to round 2 more than this. So Stephen now all over the rear end of Jordan, who looks a bit tail happy at the minute. Looks like he's got traction control off. He's trying this. Stephen just behind. Into the braking zone they go. Not quite. Brake discs glowing there on the Aston Martin Vantage. Yeah, we'll round about with Steven, see if he can make anything of Aston Martin. Or we'll wait till the start finish straight, get the slipstream, pass him that way. That's probably the best bet, I reckon. Keep it nice and tidy, clip the bollard. Oh, Steven's a bit wide there. Keep it nice and tidy, Steven. That's it. Hook that apex, get a good drive. Jordan got a fantastic drive off that final corner. So we'll round about with Steven just for a minute. still can't get past Jordan. Sorry about that, just taking a bit of fluids on board, bit of a dry mouth, commentating, talking. So Florian there. Florian's doing, like I said, a quiet but solid job. Mike just ahead of him. And Oscar, it's on the soft tyres. The tyre wear is quite poor on those soft tyres, but they do wear faster than the other two, so I'm not surprised by that. So Emmanuel's still leading in a minute, but he will have to pit before Iggy does. Iggy, way more fuel. A good quarter maybe. Yeah, yeah. There's Mitch down the start finish rate, 5.8 now, so he is catching down once again. But Dan looks like he had traffic to deal with, so it looks like Mitch will have to do the same. Staff is in second, 9.4 behind Callum Cripps, who is leading overall. But for the looks of it, he will pit soonish for fuel. He's alright for a couple of laps yet. Oh, a bit wide there, you can see the car fighting him, and he's off the track. I don't think you want to do that. But Mike didn't do anything wrong, he kept his line. Got to be patient, pick your spots when you lap. 33 minutes to go then of round 1 of UAL WEC Season 4 from Fuji Speedway in Japan. Hopefully we'll get through this together through the COVID-19 shenanigans. Big thank you to all the NHS workers. If anybody watches this from the NHS, thank you. So, you know, from everybody from UAL. Anyway, the show must go on, so we'll go down the grid. We'll go reverse this time. So Lewis is currently stone dead last overall. Chris Pease, Mike Kelterborn after that kind of missed it, the reset in fact at the hairpin. It must have gone wide. Then it's Joe, who's had a very quiet race. I'm guessing he must be struggling a little bit. Jordan, who's now been passed by Stephen. Then it's Florian, Mike Earls, Oscar, Iggy, Emmanuel, Mitch, Dan, Staffis, and as I said before, your overall race leader, Callum Cripps, is back to lap Joe from of it. Yes, he is. Down the inside, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Ooh, that was a bit close with Steven then. Steven's got a bit wide. Yeah, Steven's gone wide. Oh, didn't want that to happen. There's a replay. Let's have a look. So out here. So there goes Callum on the inside. I think he might just spook Steven a little bit. This looks a bit close there. I think that may spook Steven. Yeah, and then he just goes wide on that slippery AstroTurf. Yeah, and then you're a passenger. Gotta feel Steven just got past Jordan. He's going to do that all again. Now he's about 2 seconds back. And Lewis gets out of the way. He's been lapped, as we've informed the drivers it was F1 rules in the same class. So he backed out, let Florian pass. Michael's just a little under a quarter tank, just over a quarter tank left. Not far. Oscar doing well, just over a half a tank of fuel left. But tyres look like they're going off a bit. Iggy still doing well on fuel and tyres. Bit of wear in there. Emmanuel doing alright, but I reckon he'll have to stop soon. Well, quit more sooner than Iggy, that's for sure. Into turn 1, he goes on the brakes. Look like you see the car dip down. And there's the cherry red glowing brake discs on the Lamborghini Huracan GT3. Going quicker each lap through that first sector. Does Iggy go quicker in the first sector? Nope, he's down by 2 tanks. But he has got more fuel on board, so that would explain that maybe. Great, this is a solid run by Dan. Still yet to use the soft tyres. There's Daniel. His last lap at 1:24.788. On lap 41. The race leader is on lap 42 though. 10.3 seconds now ahead of Staffis. Callum on his way then. Just over 29 minutes left of this race. After, after a spin with the flying Greekman, Staffis there, that probably will be reviewed after the race. Dan with the fastest first sector from the looks of it. Dan is flying then. He's catching. God, he's took nearly a second out of Staffis. But Mitch is catching him as well. There's Mitch. We're right on board with the Mastermind MRT driver, so enjoy the sound of the engine from that V4. Enjoy. So into the pits then is Mitch Oakley. So I imagine this probably might be at least half a tank fuel. Probably soft tyres once more. I can't imagine they've gone hards now after they've done the required time on the tyre. Fuel going in, so this will be a full fuel, I reckon. Alright, yes it is, and fresh soft tyres, so I reckon that might see Mitch just about to the end. We'll have to do a little bit of a splash. With 5 minutes left of this race, the pits will close. And Dan is still on the mediums, and he's still yet to use the soft tyres. It's just amazing, this. Great run from the MWPR driver. Lapping the Revs MWPR entry there. Joint collaboration for Chris Pease. Oh, Chris with a wiggle there, you just saw it just briefly, just behind Dan. So, will Dan pit this time? I reckon he probably will do. We've got 8 viewers. Hi to all the viewers. Welcome. Dan's not going to pit. Oh wow, Dan is staying out. That's interesting. He doesn't want to get caught out. Mitch can do the undercut quite easily. But if Dan feels confident with that car, looks like he is. I think he's done a great job actually. I've been very surprised with Dan. Clean, efficient, able to hold his own. Meanwhile, 31 seconds ahead of him is Staffis. There he is. Oh, running a bit wide there, kicking up the grass. 15.4 ahead of him is Callum Cripps, who will not pit this time. I reckon he'll pit this next lap around. And he goes fastest at 123.021 that lap. Not by much though. There's the last fastest lap was on lap 36, lap 44. 8 laps later. Doing a solid job. Like I say, that is and it will be reviewed by stewards, no doubt. So I'll have to wait for the verdict, see what happens. Mitch Oakley, a quiet race. Maybe he struggled a little bit this event. Right, on to the start-finish straight. Dan doesn't pit again. He's feeling very confident in those medium tyres, and he's got enough fuel to keep going on. Meanwhile, back in GT, Manuel's still leading. That's a good shot there, look at that. Fantastic shot. 13 seconds ahead of Iggy. In fact, the more look at Manuel's fuel, he's really supping the fuel. He's supping the fuel and somehow managed to keep the gap about 13 to 14 seconds. That's incredible. Very efficient, the Swiss Italian. Iggy, just about half a tank of fuel left. I think that might just see him to the end. Or he might just do. Well, he probably will do a splash and dash, probably get that fastest lap point, which I think he still holds on to in GT at the minute. Oh, Coco in the pits, so Stafford's in the pits then. There's been fresh soft tyres. Probably an entire fuel load, I imagine. I'd be surprised if it's not. Question is, where's Dan? There's Dan. Does Dan pit this time? So half a tank there for Stafford's. Iggy in the pits. Now that is interesting. So Emmanuel stays out and more fuel going into that Lamborghini. That is interesting. Emmanuel's really... I can't believe how well he's doing. Fantastic stuff from everybody up and down the field. Some great strategies going on. Dan stays out once again, so he's feeling alright on those medium tyres, and he's not being rapidly caught by Mitch either. There's Mitch just coming on to the start finish rate, 27.5 back. That is incredible. Mike Earl's in the pits, Oscar in the pits, so these two are fighting on the track. This is for third overall. Fuel going in on the Subaru, fuel going in on the Aston Martin. Look at the fuel on the Aston Martin, it's much better. So I reckon Oscar will be out first. Yes he is, and Callum and Chris in the pits. Mike now out in the pit, there you go. I think those two will be okay to go to the end now. Callum in the pits, fuel going in. We didn't see if they changed tyres. I imagine he probably will have changed tyres. This will be a full fuel load I reckon for Callum. Nope, just over half tank. And he keeps the lead. Staffis not going into the pit. That was weird. I don't know what he was doing there. I think that was Manuel going into the pits. Yes, it was. So race leader in GT in the pits. Will he retain this lead, or will Iggy get out ahead? Here comes Iggy out the final corner. He's got the power down. Oh, he's on that slippery Astro. This must be infuriating him. Anyway, he's got to hold the way till the fuel goes in and he goes back out. I reckon he's got this. I reckon he has got this. I reckon he might win this race. That's incredible. But he's got a bit less fuel again, but I reckon he's far better at saving fuel than he is at the minute. And Dan hasn't pitted yet still, so he's still in third. And Mitch has caught him up by 4/10. That's incredible. Some great strategies going up and down the field now. Emmanuel takes the lead then in the Revs entered Lamborghini. Revs could take its first overall winning WEC in GT class, that is, sorry. This will be a great turn for team boss Stephen Pye. He'll be over the moon if this happens. And Iggy now will be pushing. Surely the red mist will come down a bit. But Emmanuel pushes on then, so he takes the lead in GT. Carlos still leads 10.8 seconds ahead of Staffis. Dan's still not pitted yet. Let's run on board with him in the Bentley. NWPR 24XP. Into the right hand corner, final corner. On the power we go. I reckon he'll pit this time. Look at the fuel. Yeah, there you go. Lined up into the pits. In he comes then. It's got to be fast and efficient, this pit stop. So will Mitch get out there in just in time? Will he do it, or will Dan just hold on to this? Dan will surely go on the soft tyres. This will be the first time he'll use soft tyres as well. I can't get over that. Keep holding in, the hold. Still holding, there's Mitch. Still holding. There goes Dan. It is a full tank of fuel and it is soft tyres. There's Mitch. Dan just needs to take it steady, don't overcook it. He's held on to it. And away he goes. I reckon Dan's now good to the end. Both are pretty good to the end, so this is now the battle for third place. Two former teammates at STR before that team shut shop and went their separate ways. So these two are good friends on and off the track, but that's on the track, they are rivals now. Dan about to lap Iggy. Nicely done. Looks like, oh, Dan got a bit squill on. Oh, Dan, keep calm. Oh, Dan's struggling on those tyres. Just gotta keep calm now. Look at Mitch all over the rear. I reckon Mitch will get me the slipstream here. With just 19 minutes left on the clock. Third place in overall for this event is going down to the wire from the looks of it. Mitch can't quite catch. Is he gonna look? Is he gonna look? Is it? No, he can't. That's incredible top end speed on that Bentley against Aston Martin. Emmanuel just ahead. There's Emmanuel. There's the leader in GT. Dan's just about going to lap him. Yep, Mitch had to back out a little bit. There's Mitch going around the outside. Iggy's 10.1 by. That's... Can't get my breath. I really can't. That's incredible. Absolutely incredible. Emmanuel might get his first ever UAL win. If he can save the fuel. I mean, Iggy's got a bit, just only a bit more fuel actually when I think about it. So it's incredible. We got back for this battle in third then. Dan's just staying ahead of Mitch, doing enough. Mitch applying the pressure. He is on the hunt. And we've got 10 viewers now. This is incredible. 10 viewers. Wow. Hello all. Well, because this is, you've picked a great time to join as well. The battle for third place is heating up. Dan's just got... Oh, Mitch has gone wide. Dan's got the gap now to 1.1 seconds. On the start finish, straight they go. Hybrid, use it all up and it's gone. Use it all up and it's gone. So now it's a slipstream. Look at Mitch. He is catching. But I don't think he's going to make any move into turn one. I think he's a bit too far behind. Into the braking zone they go. Braking, there we go. Into the braking zone. Nope, not quite. But both regen on the braking, so they've got the regen back. Kept a little bit. Dan's personal fastest sector there, the first sector. There's Mitch, we're looking behind. There is Mitch, he's on the hunt. Watch him braking, watch him close in on the braking. Look how close he gets. That's tantalisingly close for Mitch. You can smell it, but he can't quite get it. The Wong Tong keeps third place. It's great racing this, it really is. Meanwhile, Oscar is in third and he's defending from Florian. Let's watch this battle. Mike just in the background, so I think Mike just dropped back a little bit. Florian trying to get the cut back. Not quite. He's trying, he really is. Oscar's doing a good job here. Frank Marti, he's holding on to that third, but I reckon Florian could get it, but Florian's going to pay it if I want to think about it. Yeah, Florian's definitely going to pay it. So I reckon Oscar could see this out for third place. He's got a bit more fuel than Mike's. I don't think Mike's going to trouble him, sadly. If Mike's had a solid run though, I think he'll be happy with fourth, which could be third. We don't know yet. Anything could happen. Meanwhile, Iggy is now 11.5 seconds behind race leader in GT. Emmanuel, there's Emmanuel in turn one. Rebs still leading the way. That's incredible, and his fastest personal sector there in the sector one. He's doing a grand old job here, the Swiss Italian Emmanuel. Ahead of the Russian who lives in Austria, so he's got an Austrian account, that's why that is. So again, the fastest personal sector there for Iggy. Oscar's just going on to the start finish straight. Florian just behind, I reckon Florian will pit. Yeah, there you go. He's pulling over to the right. Mike will now get fourth. 15 minutes to go. Another 10 more minutes and the pit lane will close. Anyone who pits will get a time penalty. That's Ryan on board with the Subaru. And Jordan in the pits, Florian back out. Here comes Stephen. These two were back. There's Florian. So he's well ahead. Here comes Stephen. Where's Jordan? There's Jordan. Stephen's got him. And look at my MK. MK's right there. Look at these guys. They're all together. But in fact, Lewis and Chris are a lap down. Sorry, I do apologise. I'm a bit saying there. Look at MK. MK's going to go down the inside, is he? Johnny going to defend. Johnny defends. And there's race leader, overall race leader Callum Cripps just in the background flashing his lights. Around the outside of Jordan he goes. On the inside of Stephen he goes. Chris Pease and Lewis Scaife having a right ding dong there. Look at these two. Lewis goes ahead. But Chris has got that V12 grunt and he goes back ahead. Good fighting between these two. Joe Bramwell, very lonely race. There is your race leader in GT about to come up to lap him, Manuel. There he is. 12.7 now the gap. I think Iggy's going to settle for second here. I think Emmanuel's got this. Yeah, I think he's comfortable. Meanwhile, Dan has pulled out a respectable 1.9 ahead of Mitch Oakley. So Dan putting the hammer down, getting on with it. His fastest lap was a 124.2. No bad effort there from Dan. Still second place is Staffis, and first place is Callum Cripps. Oh, he caught the AstroTurf, he nearly lost it then. Well held. Here's the replay. Nope, we're going a bit too far behind there. Replay's not working tonight, seems a bit weird that. There's Callum. I reckon this will be probably a comfortable win, but he could pit. He's not totally safe yet. Or he could pit again and go for another attempt at fastest lap. I reckon that's probably what Staffers might do. Yeah, the Porsche 919 hybrid. Oh, there's Callum and Mike touch. Oh, that was close. Mission the pits, that's interesting. So what tyres? Polish soft tyres again. Yeah, no fuel. Yeah, some more fresh soft tyres then. So Dan will have a pretty comfortable lead. I don't think Dan will pit now. I think he'll just hold the station. And Michael's in the pits. Off the tyres. I don't think he'll put fuel in. Or he might put a bit of fuel in. Put a bit of fuel in. Just see to the end there. Yep. Clever idea that, Mike. Oscar's still ahead. Oh, there's contact! Contact with Callum and Oscar! And Callum, that was a bit naughty from Callum. That was very naughty from Callum. Very naughty indeed. That's not what you want. Late move there from Callum Cripps. That's 2 incidents. In fact, I think that's 3 incidents Callum's winning now. And there's Dan in the Bentley. And the final corner, accelerating onto the main start straight again. On the power once more. Is he pit? He's pitted. I don't understand why. You don't need to pit, Dan. Why are you pitting? Anyway. So what's he just going for fresh tyres? And Jordan's left the room. Oh no, Jordan. That'll be nil point for Jordan then. Dan still in the pits. There's Mitch, there's Dan. Dan just covering Mitch off, I think that was. I didn't really need to. So Jordan must have disconnected there. What a shame for Jordan, he had a good run there. There goes Oscar. Wonder how he feels after that contact with his teammate, in-house teammate. There's Mike. I reckon Oscar will pit again. Probably, maybe. Let's ride on board with the Aston Martin for a minute. Down a gear he goes. Oh, there's Florian and Mike. There was contact. Let's have a look. Why is it going all the way back for? I don't understand. Oh, we just saw the tail end of it. So there was contact there. So that's lap 48 for GT, and lap 56 for P1. So we're getting towards the end now. So Callum starts another lap with 8:45 to go. The gloves are off, everybody, from the looks of it. Oscar into the start finish rate once more. I don't think he'll pit. No, I don't think he will. No, he won't. Iggy. Can't believe this. Carlo's got a 19-second gap from Iggy. That is incredible. But he's got a bit more fuel, Iggy. Just a tiny bit more. But I reckon they're both probably good. Yeah, I think they're both good to go to the end now. Manuel lapping his own traffic. So they'll have to get out of the way. Blue flags, F1 rules here. Jordan's rejoined the room. I don't think that'll be helpful for the drivers in the race at the minute. On his way once more is Jordan. Not Jordan, on his way is Joe there, sorry, what am I about? Look at that, that's incredible. Carlo to Iggy, I can't believe that. There's Mike and Florian, these two are on the right ding dong now. This is for 4th and 5th in class. Porsche versus Subaru. Oh, Florian's on the grass. Oh, he's pushing it. Jordan's left the room again, he's probably been told to leave. He's a guest, by the way. Six minutes to go, so drivers who need to pit need to get it in now, because at the 5-minute mark the pits will close. Oh, Mike squirrely on the power once more. He's got the traction control off. He runs zero traction control. Bit of a handful out of the corner. Look at that, he's got the power down again. Yeah, I reckon he's just about got enough fuel to see him to the end. And Florian's both identical on fuel. In fact, Florian just got a bit more, and Mike's defending very early. There's Florian out the slipstream. Florian around the outside maybe, but Mike's got the inside. Mike holds on. Florian around the outside still. Florian's on the grass! Oh. Well defended from Mike. I think Florian just realised he ran out of road there. And there's Mike, the teammate to Florian, being lapped by Mitch from the looks of it. There's Stephen. There's Joe. In fact, Joe's now all over the rear end of Stephen. And there's Emmanuel just behind them. Oh, Stephen went wide. And Joe takes that place. Emmanuel laps them. Out of the way. Oh, yeah, Emmanuel got past. Callum Cripps on his way. There's Callum. Around the outside, Joe struggling for grip a little bit there, was he? Not quite. And Jordan rejoins the room again. I don't think that's going to help anybody. Ah, Joe goes wide. There's Florian caught up to Mike, not quite. There's Oscar. Oscar with tyre wear. I don't think he'll. Well, he can't pit now, that's it. And the pits will close. 3, 2, 1. Pits are closed, so no, anybody who pits now for emergency pit stop will get a 5-second time penalty. So everybody should be good to the end now. There's Iggy. I think Iggy will be a bit miffed by this. Oh, Joe's wide. They got on that Astro, and Emmanuel goes past, so that's in class. So Joe goes down a lap. Mitch still 4th, Dan still 3rd, who's pulled out again. There's Mike. Just seeing Mike just ahead of Dan. Stafford is still 2nd. Callum Cripps in 1st. He's doing enough to hold on to that lead. 17.7. I think he's got this in the bag now. I don't think Stafford is going to challenge. He's still got the fastest lap, so far Callum Cripps will take 11 points home with him, And I think Iggy might have the fastest lap in GT. So again, 11 points. MRT leads the way again. Around that corner goes Callum in the poor Aston Martin. This is the Porsche 919 here. Stuff this. There's Dan. Oh, Dan missed his braking. Oh. This is Mike. After being reset here, down coming towards the hairpin now. I think he'll feel a bit miffed. I don't know what happened there. I'll have to have a review for the stewards. This is a great shot, this. Look at that, fantastic shot that. Clips the curb, hugs the apex, back on the power, nicely done there. Joe and Steven having a good battle here. Emmanuel just ahead of them. Chris Pease and Lewis Scaife still fighting. This is a great battle for these two. Lewis with improved performance. That's a nice change to see. Chris Pease also. Steven in the slipstream. So can Steven now do anything about that? Aston Martin, there he is. No traffic behind us as he checks his mirrors. Oh, I check his mirrors. Down this start finish, 165 miles per hour in 6th gear, 170, 71, 72 in the braking zone. There's Emmanuel ahead, race leader in GT. Stephen trying to get past Aston Martin. There's Joe. There's Stephen just behind us. Oh, Stephen's wide. Just about hangs on. Mike, Florian, and there's Mike as well in the Subaru. He was 4th overall. Oscar in 3rd. Looks like he's got this pretty much sewn up now. I don't think he's going to get any more. I don't think Mike's going to catch him, should I say. There's Callum ahead. Just behind, sorry, the race leader. There's Iggy. And there's Manuel. That's incredible how Emmanuel's managed to pull this one off. With 1 minute 43 to go, it looks like this is a not debut win, but his first win within UAL for the Swiss Italian. I think he's got this. I think Callum Critz has got this in the bag. Great effort. Fantastic effort. Mitch Oakley then still 4th overall. Struggling a little bit in that Aston Martin today. And there's Daniel Roberts, who's done a great job. That's his. I can't believe that's his 2nd set of soft tyres. Incredible. That's fantastic stuff. And that's a personal best 2nd sector there for Dan. And the hybrid kicks out of the corner. There's Mitch just in the background. You just saw him briefly. Hugs the apex. Nicely done there, Dan. Nice and smooth. Nice and smooth on the power. There we go. 50 seconds remain then. I think this will be Callum's final lap coming up. He's back to lap Mitch Oakley, fully enough, his teammate. Wow. Yep, this will be the final lap then for Callum. Coming up shortly. 34, 33, 32, 31, 30 seconds. So here we go then. This is the final lap coming up of round 1 here at Fuji Speedway, Japan. Callum Critz, even with a spin with Staffus, will probably win this one. We don't want to jinx him just yet. 15 seconds to go. Into turn 1 he goes. Just needs to see this out. Doesn't even need to push it. Look at how much fuel he's. Oh wow, he is supping the fuel now. Staffus, in fact, Staffus on the fumes as well. Both of these two on the fumes. That's incredible. More fuel there for Callum. Doesn't really need to push this, but he looks like he is pushing. So we'll stay with Callum then. In fact, the first person. This is the first winner then. Emmanuel will take his first win in UAL. Res will take its first team win, I believe. In fact, no, it's not. It won't be. But it will be the first team win within WEC. Emmanuel will take the GT win. Yeah, I'd do that, mate. Cracking job. Well done, you mate. Fantastic. Great stuff. Fantastic. Well done. Absolutely superb stuff from the Swiss Italian. And Iggy will come second. He'll wonder what went wrong there. Oh, there's a spinner. Oh, who was that? Oh, someone just spun. Is that Dan? I think that might be Dan. In fact, it was Dan. He's lucky. Dan comes third overall. Mitch will take fourth. Solid fourth place. Here comes an overall race winner then. Callum Critz will take the victory. Here with that spin. Flashes the lights. Solid job, Callum. Well done. Fantastic stuff. The only person now to finish is Staffis and Oscar. Here comes Staffis. He will take second place. There he goes. Cross star finish rate. That's the second place for him. So here comes the final person then to finish, I reckon. Yeah, it is. Here comes Oscar, the Swede, who's ran out of fuel. Oh no, he's not. He's just really slow. I don't think he should be doing this. You don't need to do this. You don't need to do this, Oscar. That's not cool. Well, there you go. They'll take third. And there's the race results confirmed. Amazing stuff there from everybody. Fantastic stuff. We'll do myself so I can do the points on a bit. Alright, so here's the race results then. So first place, Callum Critz. Second was Staffis. Third was Dan. Fourth, Mitch. GT winner, Emmanuel. Iggy just in second, and third was Oscar. Mike fourth. Fifth, Florian. Sixth was Mike. Joe was seventh. Stephen in eighth. Ninth was Chris Pease, and Louis Scaife in 10th, and last place sadly it was Jordan Davis. There you go. So we'll save the replay and we'll end this broadcast. Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate that you joined me tonight, so thank you and good night.